Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 25th of November. Just got to pre-warn you, my dog has joined me in here, and so you might see the door go. It does freak some people out, but it'll just be her coming in and out. Hopefully she won't bark. Anyway, it's wet, windy and cold here in the UK, so it's jumpers on and snuggled into my tarot room, doing what I absolutely love to do the most. So let's get on with your reading. Dear Spirit, Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Scorpio and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. So, overall energy for next week are lovely. 6 of Wands. 4 of Wands is in your opportunity. Your challenge is the 5 of Swords. The Star card is what you don't see coming, and the 4 of Cups is your advice and outcome. So the 6 of Wands is about victory, some sort of, maybe some of you are waiting for an exam result, or you've got something that you need to pass. This is an indication that that could possibly be relating to that. It's also a card of public speaking and people listening to you. So for some of you, you might be setting up some sort of online platform to do with business or anything really. You know, even to set up a group for counselling, or just, I don't know what made me say that, maybe some of you are. This is also the card of healing. Again, that could be relating to the counselling, perhaps that's why it's come into my mind. It's as though you've been through quite a lot of battle lately and you're coming through victorious. You've got the wreath of victory on your head there, look, and you've got people behind you that are completely supporting you. You've got the 4 of Wands in your opportunity. Now, the 4 of Wands is stability in home life. It's also about celebration within the home, birthday, anniversary, etc. For some of you, maybe you have come through a difficult time in the home life, and there's an opportunity for you to for you all to get together. And I don't know, I feel like, you know, work as a team there maybe. It's like this new bonding, perhaps, for some of you. The 5 of Swords is in your challenge. Now, the 5 of Swords is a challenge in itself, because it's about people not being on the same page as each other, arguments, but also somebody pushing your buttons to the point where you feel like, you know, when you just try and help somebody and they're constantly giving you an answer why they can't do it, and then in the end you think, oh, you know what, just, I'm done. I'm here if you need me, but I'm going to walk away from this. So there could be somebody around you like that, or a situation like that. When I said healing, maybe this is why I kind of said it, because this is the card of healing. This is what you don't see coming. This is the Star card. Now, the Star card has several meanings, and until we clarify, but one of the strongest meanings for me is about healing and coming through something quite traumatic again, because for starters, the Star card follows the Tower in the major arcana within the tarot, and the Tower, as you know, is about massive change, chaos, something, literally the rug being pulled from under your feet. And so you can see she's scooping up the water from the lake, the pond in front of her, and then she's watering all that's around her. So it's like she's looking after herself first in order to look after others. And that's the biggest message I get from this card. It's also about your stars aligning. And maybe, you know, once you've done that, then things start to come into place for you. Because as I always say, you can't run a car on an empty tank. And this is what this is telling me for this reading, particularly as you've got the 6 of Wands as an overall energy for next week. The 4 of Cups is your advice and outcome. Now, the 4 of Cups is about things that happen time and time and time again. And you're doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome, but it's not going to happen. So maybe the advice here is there's something whereby you perhaps need to change something up. Cups are our emotions and matters of the heart. It could be that they're, things are just feeling a little bit stale, a little bit stagnant next week too. And maybe you're thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. I'm really, really drawn to, you can see that there's like the grass there, you've got the grass here, you've got the green here. There's a big green theme going on with you at the moment here for you, Scorpio. And green is about healing too. And I believe the archangel of healing is Archangel Raphael, and he comes on the green ray. It'd be interesting to see, actually, if some of you are just drawn to wearing a green jumper or something green, and your subconscious is trying to tell you something. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong ones. We're clarifying this. 6 of Wands. Why do we have the 6 of Wands for Scorpio, please and thank you? That's my dog moaning. Why do we have the 6 of Wands here, please and thank you for Scorpio? Thank you. That's clarified by the Page of Cups. That doesn't help. I've got the entire deck upside down. So they are around the right way. It's just me holding the deck the wrong way. So yes, so the Page of Cups is a surprise. It's a nice surprise. Cups are matters of the heart again. So it's as though there's some sort of surprising victory coming for you next week, something you're not going to be expecting. Pages bring messages. And then we've got the World. I love this. Again, look at that. The World is the final card in the tarot. So it's like in the Major Arcana in the tarot. So it's as though you're putting an end to something. And I want to say it's an end to some sort of struggle, which has perhaps affected you, and you're now coming through your healing phase. Because you've got the 4 of Wands too. Again, you've got the 4 of Wands in your opportunity. And I feel like for some of you, this is about getting together with family. And for some of you, that support in the background are those friends and family who've helped you through something quite, I want to say, quite challenging, let's say. And the 4 of Wands is about stability within the home again. So it's like things are calming down is what it feels for you. So the 4 of Wands in your opportunity, maybe there's an opportunity for you to just, get together with friends, family, and just feel like you're closing out something that's quite challenging for you. Let's have a look. And you know what? That entails a party of victory in itself. Oh my goodness. So that's clarified by the Star card again and the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. This is I feel a very healing energy for you, which is nice to see. Okay. So again, you've got the Star card. I explained that in the earlier part of the reading. Again, it's as though there's some sort of victory, some stability, that you've come through some healing, and your stars are now aligning. It's almost like you can see the light of day now, because this has kind of left your shoulders, if you like, and normality has returned. You've got the Knight of Cups, which is your knight in shining armor. He's very romantic. He's very thoughtful, very chivalrous, just a really, really lovely person as an individual. As an energy, this is something progressing again. That's the matter of the heart, because knights progress situations in the tarot, and the Knight of Cups is very thoughtful. So there's like something that's come through, that somebody who's been incredibly thoughtful throughout this with you, and maybe you're wanting to, there's an opportunity for you to celebrate with them. Now we have got the Queen of Swords here, and it could be her, because the Queen of Swords she is such a, what do you want to say, a rock in any traumatic situation or any challenges, because she she doesn't bring her heart into it. And she will look at things and be firm, fair, assertive. She'll cut people out that, haven't got the time of day if they don't, if she just knows that they're not on the same page as her. And that's not in a nasty way, it's in a very firm but fair way. So it's almost though you could be having a Queen of Swords actually who's supported you throughout this. Or you've decided in your wisdom also to become a bit less emotional about something and actually rise above some people maybe that have been a bit challenging for you, because the Five of Swords is in your challenge. Now that does tell me that there's some people who just they can't help themselves. They've just got to, they're like a dog with a bone. And it's like it's kind of, or it could be something in your head that you just can't get over. The swords are the mental suit, our thoughts, our logic, our processes, our communication even. It could also mean, it makes me feel like that if you are the one holding the swords there, then you are the one holding your thoughts to yourself, and perhaps others are thinking, have thought, okay, we've tried to help you, Scorpio, but now it's time to help yourself. Bit harsh. Or there's somebody that you are thinking, I've had enough to deal with. You get on with it. Which I have to say, they must have pushed you a lot if that is the case. Five of Swords, why are you here, please and thank you, as a challenge? You know what the other thing it could be, I've just come to me, is that you're actually finding it difficult to walk away because you want to help them, but there has to be limits, there has to be boundaries. So why do we have the Five of Cups here, please and thank you? Scorpio, you are a water sign, along with Pisces and Cancer. And so perhaps it can be slightly more, got the devil energy come out there, slightly more susceptible to emotions, I would say. But you do hold your own. Let's have a look. Why else do we have the Five of Swords here, please and thank you, for Scorpio? Okay, that's so interesting. So I said about setting boundaries. Yes, you're struggling to say no, because this is all about speaking up and putting your foot down and setting boundaries and saying no more. However, as a challenge, it's exactly the opposite. It's as though you cannot cut these ties, because the devil energy is about toxic relationships, toxic friendships, anything that doesn't serve us. It can have that feeling. Also, you can see they're chained to one another there, but they're actually not bound and chained. The key isn't locking them together. So it's like you're struggling to let go and to say no. You've got the Five of Cups too. Again, it's another five. Fives are challenges in themselves in the tarot, and the Five of Cups is about loss, regret, and disappointment. And it's as though you can't let go of either that person or that feeling of being disappointed. But the Star card turning up twice in your reading is definitely an indicator from the universe to say that, right, forget that, start nurturing yourself. Let's have a look. Why do we have the Star card? And that Queen of Swords, she would, she would perhaps be an air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But if that is somebody around you, then she's a rock. Or they're a rock, I should say. Because it can be male or female. Right, why do we have the Star card here, please and thank you? for Scorpio. It's really funny because they're not what, just I say that. We've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Fool, and we've got the Three of Swords. This is incredible. Okay, so the Three of Swords is about heartache, heartbreak, but it's also the card of healing, especially when it's paired with the Star card. It's like you're going through a process of healing. Again, with that Six of Wands, it's exactly what this reading is all about for you. You've got the Fool card. This is that feeling of, that lovely, the message of the Fool card, I should say, traditionally is taking a leap of faith. However, I think when you've got all the other cards around it, this is definitely that feeling that you're going to be like, a weight has been lifted off of your shoulder. You can see that he's got hardly anything in his knapsack now. He's managed to forget it, offload it, and start again. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is about putting your words into action and actually doing something about it. And I just keep referring back to that Queen of Swords. I think she's going to be the driving force for you too. And that's my dog agreeing, like, to help you push through this too. Now, the Knight of Swords can also be a bit pushy. So what I'll say is you do it in your own time. It's very, very important whenever we're healing from something. If you don't feel like getting up that day, or if you don't, and circumstances allow, then you don't do it. Just be careful of that Knight of Swords. Maybe there's somebody around you saying, oh, come on, buck up. But yeah, because they're a bull in a china shop, the Knight of Swords. They don't really take, again, any emotional thoughts about anything. They would be kind of the person they could actually be. They might have just got like a fatherly energy, where they're like, shake yourself down. So yeah, just be careful of that Knight of Swords if that is a person around you. If not, it's literally you really deciding like, right, this is it. The Four of Cups is in your advice and outcome. Now, the Four of Cups, again, is about looking at things, something that's happened time and time again, and if you don't change it, you'll get the same results. Okay, I've got one overturned in here. It's the Hermit. My goodness me. Talk about self-reflection, having to take some time out and reflect on things. That's exactly what that Four of Cups is doing. Look at him contemplating, or her contemplating the next stage. But be careful not to get too focused on what you haven't got. Focus on what you have got, because otherwise you could miss opportunities. Yes, the Hermit is, when it comes out in a reading for me, I'm always very interested to see what the card to the left of it is, because he has a lantern and that's where his lantern is shining, and he's shining it on the Three of Swords. So it's very important that what he's saying to you, or what the universe is saying and spirit is saying, do not focus on what's gone on in the past and what caused that heartache. You basically, look at things from a more positive aspect, because there is opportunities to be had. Hermit is attributed to Virgo, so for some of you that will be relevant. So why else do we have the Four of Cups with a brilliant Hermit? Maybe some of you have got a Virgo friend too that's, not afraid to tell you as it is. Okay, why do we have the Hermit here? Please and thank you for the Four of Cups for Scorpio. They really don't want to come out today. It's almost like they don't want to say anymore. It's like, I think we've said it all. It's all about you healing. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to take that, because there's nothing sticking out. There's nothing flicking out. Okay. So we're going to do our tea leaf fortune cards. to see what other messages there are for you. Now, these are lovely. I've only just purchased these and I absolutely adore them. As I've said before, anybody can use oracle cards, fortune cards, and they just, I don't know, I think especially if you're going through some tricky times, it's always nice to be able to draw a card, focus on it, think, and journal it every day. You don't have to write loads, but just make a note of what it says. How do you feel? In a week's time, come back to it. Did it make you feel any different? Did it connect to your energy? It's really interesting. Okay, right. So I'm going to draw one from this. I had to split them in half because there's 100 here, and I cannot shuffle 100. So, what other messages are here? Please and thank you for Scorpio. What other messages are here? Please and thank you for Scorpio. Please, just one. Thank you. This is lovely. Look, you've got basket, you've got recognition and reward for merit. Now, that is so your Six of Wands. It's like people, as I say, public recognition, realizing, rewarding you, recognizing what you've put in, you're now getting out. Love that. And then one more from this pile, please and thank you. What other messages are here? So it's a real strong message to say that, you don't suffer in silence. People around you know and will support you. We've got woman. We've got dealings or relationship with a woman. So, hope that resonates for you, Scorpio. I hope that, and I forgot the actual message of this card is also hope. Hope, 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 and you've got a lot of hope here. So have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you next week. Take care.